to the Pig Roach Files, Good Samaritans and fellow agents. This week, I am coming to you from the DIA evidence room. And the topics this week are Article 13, the Emerald 7 subdrop, and the 10-year Beggacy Retrospective, Part 2. Article 13 is part of a European copyright legislation created with the intent to protect creativity and find effective ways for copyright holders to protect their content online. If it is passed, it will affect the EU by outright blocking majority of copyrighted content. I can't really give a solid opinion on it because I am not knowledgeable enough about the subject, nor do I live in the EU. But I do think that there are better ways to handle copyrighted claims in a system that could be better implemented than Article 13 suggests. The Pig Roach has been talking about Article 13 lately and how much it will affect his streams. Even knowing that VPNs are a very viable option to bypass any sort of obstacle that Article 13 presents. It really reminds me of when he was talking about SOPA and PIPA, probably about 7 years ago or so, as you can see here. He sees the headlines on a tweet or somewhere else that he gets his information from, and he rants about it and raves about it because it will somehow harm him. But he never does the research to fully understand the topic at hand. He really only cares about how things affect him personally, and mostly when it comes to his wallet. Showing yet again his true greed. We have a video file from Special Agent Snort Burnell to convey the Article 13 rant to you. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
The reason I was a little late today is because I got into a conversation with my viewers here in the stream chat about something that's very concerning to me. I'm very worried, and I hope that you guys are too. If you're not, you should be, at least from what I'm being told from Twitch and YouTube. It's not normally when Twitch and YouTube will directly contact content creators on any kind of an issue. But apparently, guys, and I have to apologize in advance, alright? Apparently, there's going to be something very big happening in politics in the European Union soon that may hugely negatively affect everyone who live streams or makes videos for YouTube in the realm of gameplay. Alright? That being said, I know that I don't talk politics on stream, and I usually don't allow political talk, although it happens all the time anyway. But we have to talk about it today because it's very simple. This is something that will affect negatively every single content creator on the internet. It's called Article 13. It's apparently a new law that's going to be passed in the European Union that basically states in a nutshell, if you don't have outright legal rights to broadcast something, you cannot broadcast it.
Oh my god! That's like me, right? That's like me.
So, for example, anyone who wants to do a Let's Play of a video game, unless you legally have a contract with the game developer and game publisher stating you have rights to broadcast that game, you can't. Now, up to this point, this has never been an issue because game publishers and developers love the free advertisement. They understand the current culture of the last 10 to 15 years of people making Let's Plays on YouTube. You know what I mean? But this potentially, what it's saying is in the European Union, all right, no more gameplay videos, no more gameplay streams, not even game reviews. None of that will be allowed unless you outright have legal permission from a game publisher to make said content. Now, I just want you guys to understand the ramifications of this, all right? First of all, you might say, oh, it's not a big deal. Everyone could just get permission from a game publisher. No. Right now, there is currently very few people who get that permission. Usually, the only people who do are the biggest guys out there who, and the reason they have that permission is because they have legal contracts with these game companies to advertise their games. So unlike someone like me, who I just play any game on stream or, you know, upload a video to YouTube, these guys are getting paid directly by the game publishers to play the games. So, you know, think PewDiePie making a full playthrough or a semi-playthrough of Shadow of Mordor years ago. Or was it Shadow of War? No, it was Shadow of War, right? Whatever the first Middle-earth game was. And he had a direct contract with EA, excuse me, with Warner Brothers Games, not EA, Warner Brothers Games, to make that playthrough. He was getting paid to do it. He had legal permission to do it, okay? Most people don't have that. In fact, 99.9999999% of people who stream and make Let's Plays on YouTube don't have legal permission to do it, but the game publishers don't care. They're like, this is free advertisement, this is great, we understand the current gaming culture, we like this, we don't want to prevent it. Well, if this European Union law passes, it doesn't matter what the game publishers say. It's now law. You just can't do it. So what Twitch and YouTube have come out and said is if this law passes in its current form, basically anyone who broadcasts their streams will not have them be able to be viewed in the European Union unless they can produce direct legal proof that they have rights to broadcast there for a certain game. They would have to do this for every different game they do. They would have to get legal permission and provide it to Twitch. Can you just imagine the paperwork nightmare, the labor nightmare of every streamer trying to prove to Twitch and or to YouTube they have rights to create content for a game? In reality, it's just not going to happen. And what's ended up happening is both Twitch and YouTube have said initially all we're going to do is flip a switch. And if you're in the European Union, you will not be able to watch any gameplay streams or any gameplay videos on YouTube or Twitch, period. Until this whole situation is sorted out, if we have to get a new kind of work situation, do you want to play the fucking game where, you know, we have to hire new staff or we have to have a new process in place where staff will process these claims or whatever? I'll be honest, for all of you, it's just for when it comes to my content, all right, it's just not gonna happen. There's no way that I have any clout.
I'm small potatoes. All right? I'm small potatoes.
To contact, for example, Resident Evil 2, the remake comes out this coming Friday, in 1 week from today. There's no way that I have the clout or any kind of capacity to contact Capcom and say, hey guys, you know, I really love your stuff, and I'm playing Resident Evil 2, can you give me legal permission to do it so that I can broadcast in the European Union? Chances are it would take them weeks to months to even get back to me if they ever do. They don't care about me, right? If anything, they're going to respond to the biggest guys. You're going to have the absolute ginormous streamers who already get all the views are going to be bringing in even more views because they'll probably be the ones that Capcom responds to and says, oh, okay, here, I'll give you legal permission since you get ridiculous amounts of views everywhere you put out content. But when it comes to the normal people, like you and me, we're basically fucked. We'll never get it. And basically, essentially, what this is going to do is completely shut down, you know, business when it comes to Twitch and YouTube in gaming realms, you know, any kind of the realm of gaming, for the European Union. Now, already I've heard some things like, oh, well, it's okay, if you're in the European Union, you can just get a VPN and view that content through a VPN that makes it look like you're from another country where this Article 13 won't legally come into effect. I mean, that's very true, but number one, not every VPN is free. Number two, very few people actually know how to effectively use a VPN. The other thing a lot of people aren't realizing is that a lot of people like me make their livelihood out of having a worldwide viewer base. I know for a fact many of you right now watching my stream and many of you listening to this pre-stream on YouTube probably are in the European Union. And many of you may come in and do things like cheer or sub during a live stream, right? Well, guess what? You won't be able to do that anymore. You won't even be able to watch my live stream under your own account. If you use a VPN, maybe you'll be able to watch, but
You won't be able to be under any kind of an account where you pay through European Union means. You see what I mean? If you live in one of these countries in the European Union, you probably won't be able to cheer or sub ever again. You probably won't be able to do stuff like that on YouTube either. I know people who stream on YouTube. You probably won't be able to do those memes anymore. It's all gonna get shut down. I need your help. I need your help. I really, 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 really need your support right now, folks. I'm gonna need your guys' help. I really am. I'm gonna need your support. I need it. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Okay. So that being said, this is horrible. I mean, someone like me, who as you guys know, I've been having lots of financial challenges recently. I have a huge financial challenge coming up in April to try to pay my taxes. Now imagine, on top of all this stuff going on, I lose, I don't know, 1/5 of my viewer base who are in the European Union because they can't watch my stuff anymore. So there's no more viewership, no more contributions from there at all. I don't know, man.
I give up. I say I can't beat it. I just fucking give up. I can't let this beat me, but I don't know how to beat it. I don't know how to beat it myself. That's the problem. You know, every other time I've had a backup plan, or if no backup plan, just toughing through it somehow worked. I don't know what to do this time.
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm speechless, and, they've been talking about this for months. And I talked about it in December. I'm bringing it up again because, again, this morning I got an email from Twitch about it. And for me, like, I don't really understand how the European Union politics work at all. In the United States, here's how it works. We have elected officials. And they know that they're elected, and they know that every few years they have to be re-voted in if they want to stay in power. So, for example, I'd say about 5-6 years ago, we had the big scare. Actually, it was like 7-8 years ago at this point. Of SOPA and PIPA. And these were going to be very restrictive laws in regards to the internet that were going to shut down things like YouTube. So we went up in arms against SOPA and PIPA. And we made videos about it. And we rallied against it in the United States. Finally, the viral movement reached our lawmakers. And all the lawmakers who were in favor of these very, very censorship-centric laws said, oh shit, we're probably not going to get voted in again next term if we pass these laws because it seems like the common people of America don't want them. And they completely dropped the whole thing and it never came back. So that's how it works in our country. You're going to pass something we don't want. We'll tell you, hey, go right ahead. And if you do, you're not going to have a job next term. And then they don't do it. They'll just drop it. Okay? I have no idea. Okay? I have absolutely no idea how this is going to happen in the European Union. I don't know if you guys and gals who live there can contact your lawmakers and say, hey, please stop this law. It doesn't make sense. It's going to ruin everything. I have no idea how it works. So, for me, I just kind of shrug and say, this really sucks. I hope this doesn't happen.
Because as you guys know, I love what I do for a living. I don't want to ever have to change what I do for a living. Oh my God. Oh yeah, Phil's an e-beggar. Phil's just one of the worst e-beggars. Disgusting beggar.
I just want to say thanks a lot to everyone. I hope to entertain you in the future. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want. So, anything that you can give back is much appreciated. I also do have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Dark Side Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what, email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com. I've gotten many, many donations, and as I said before, if you send me a donation of, $10, $15, $20 or more, I'll mention your name in a video because I do appreciate that. So, thanks a lot. Oh, there's my token burp for you to end this little video.
Phil's always been a beggar.
And it's within my power. And right now I'm in a situation where things, if we can keep them going and that we get a big surge of support by April, I can get through this tax situation. Maybe I can even refinance my home by the end of this year. I'll get to a good position where finally I'll be able to be stable. And the streams have been going great and everything, we keep the positivity up. That's what I've been focusing on. Now imagine if all of a sudden out of nowhere, the rug gets pulled out from under me because no one in the European Union can watch my stuff, and that's the end of it all.
That's it. I'll be very honest with you guys. If I get a big dip in income out of nowhere, it's over. Celebratory toast. Everyone, if you have a drink, raise your glass with me, or your can, or your chalice, or your flute, whatever it is that you may drink from. Let's have a celebratory toast of being done with that fucking shit. Salud.
What I'm going to have to do, realistically, I'm going to have to sell this house. I'm going to have to try to see if, even just by selling this house, is that enough money to pay the responsibilities that I have financially, because how big of a dip of income am I going to take if the European Union viewers can't see me anymore? It just becomes a life-crippling thing. And it's all because of a dumb law that makes no sense. Alright? I don't know, man. You see, I'm nervous. I'm incredibly nervous about this whole situation. But the thing is, there's nothing I can do about it, right? There's nothing I can do at all. I have no control over it. So it's really up to those of you who watch my stuff and live in the European Union to figure out how you contact your lawmakers and say, don't do this, or change it, so at least it's not going to affect these things so badly. You know what I mean? I just don't know anymore. I'm just like, you know, I'm very nervous, and, you know, it sucks. It sucks to me that I get these almost threatening, if not just like doomsday-like emails from Twitch and YouTube saying, you know, it's going to happen, and, you know, we've been trying to tell you guys for like the greater part of a year, this is coming, you know, anyway, obviously I don't mean to be all doom and gloom and everything on the pre-stream here, but it seems pretty important. If Twitch is directing me to tell my viewers about this situation, it must obviously be important, and so I apologize by derailing my stream talking about it. I don't know if we'll talk about it more, as you guys know. Today's Minecraft stream is going to be very interactive. We're going to be talking a lot during today's Minecraft stream. So, maybe this will be a topic of discussion today. I don't know, maybe many of you will have more information about this than I do. But, basically, I would hope, you know, these horrible things don't happen. I'm so tired of it, you know. It's very, 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 you know, disheartening and worrisome.
It's Tevin's fault.
So, let's see. Let's try to be positive. Let's try to believe, that things will not be as bad as we're being told. And let's hope that you guys can do something who live in the European Union to stop it, okay? That's all I really can say at this point. I don't really know much else about how any of this works. So, let's see. Outside of all that, you may have noticed a giant subs dip. I told all of you this was going to happen. If you remember, a month ago, Emerald7 came in here and gifted about, no lie, probably about 12 to 1,300 subscriptions to everyone. Those are now expiring. In fact, a ginormous number of like 600 of those or more expired over my day off. And I believe it's either today or tomorrow that the other half are due to expire. So we're going to dip down to between 400 500 subs any minute now. Skills Man did a 50-bit cheers. You should probably try something else if Article 13 gets passed, that your income will decrease, as you say. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
McDonald's.
I mean, being realistic and honest here, getting another job will not work. It means I have less time to dedicate to streaming, which full-time streaming is my job and pays me more than any job I'm going to get out here in Washington State. Just being honest. Any job, literally any job I could get right now, I make more streaming than that. I have no clue what to do besides, like I said, drastic measures, like selling the house and maybe trying to make a case for bankruptcy and say I have such a dramatic decrease in income, there's no way I can pay my debts anymore. I don't know what to do. I am that nervous about Article 13 from what everyone's been telling me. If it has that much of a negative impact, I might be completely shot.
Whining, complaining. Okay. Alright, guys. I think that's enough for me. You don't want to see me, you know, crying like a fucking baby here. So now I do my celebratory tips dab. There you go. Double celebratory dab. My headphones fall off. There you go. Okay. Very nice. Double celebratory dab with headphones flying off. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.
The Emerald 7 sub drops are currently happening. And the Pig Roach has lost well over 1,000 subs already, just in the last couple days. Last I checked, he was down to 681 subs, from his high of over 1,700. Last time, when King Tut was around and gifted all of these subs, and those subs ran out, Dave decided to not show up on stream that day. But he decided to keep ranting about how Tut ruined his stream financially. And to this day, months later, he is still talking about it. Will that be the same fate that Emerald 7 faces? Or will his name just fade away as a one-time whale? It will be interesting to see what the Pig Roach does to try to give his cult the pignosis treatment and try to pull more subs out of them. I expect some hardcore begging coming up, as well as we slowly jog into the very next topic at hand. The Pig Roach is going to attempt another 10-year Beggacy Retrospective coming up here on Tuesday. Yet again, he will look at years past and try to go ahead and watch some of his older content and give insight. Well, sadly, yet again, he will screen all of the videos that are nominated to avoid those embarrassing moments that he's had in the past, as well as to avoid any video evidence of Panda Lee ever being in the picture. And that's a 3-year gap, at least. He wants to make sure that us mentally ill detractors go ahead and not get any gold dust out of this. He will avoid his early gameplay, and he will avoid other things such as John showing up into some of his videos. I'm pretty sure that if he slips up and sees John or Panda, he might get depressed again the day after. And maybe, yet again, we'll get another lovely Machinima rant. Now, Machinima sadly passed away the other day, and people have moved on from that. When a company like that closes, people lose jobs. Things go sideways. However, the Pig Roach, who was part of Machinima at one time until they let him go, acted like it was a victory, stating things like this that you can see in a current tweet. But you have to remember that Machinima came to the Pig Roach and bailed his fat Gabby ass out after the whole Lip TV issue. They saved him time and time again. He's even praised him, like in this tweet right here. For some reason, after his time with Machinima, he constantly trashed him over and over again through tweets and different rants. Special Agent David Davidson has a video from when Machinima split from the Pig Roach. And then I'd like to follow that up with some highlights from his last Begacy event from Special Agent Mighty D. He put out a multiple part series on just his last Begacy alone. You should go check that out when you get the chance.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
Being that, for the majority of the time that I have been doing YouTube for a living, meaning making money doing YouTube videos and or live streaming, you know, doing this kind of thing as my job, I was partnered with a company, an MCN, one of these big partnership networks on YouTube called Machinima. I was actually one of the people who was considered the pioneer of making video gameplay on YouTube and monetizing it and being able to make a living doing it. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because after a 6-year partnership with Machinima, it was just about 1 month ago that I basically severed my ties with the company. But now I am completely free from them. I'm actually now partnered with a different company on YouTube. All this controversy and the negativity that seemed to have been surrounding Machinima and been involved with Machinima, I kind of was never affected by it because I never was involved with any of that controversy. But I have heard things over the years. Machinima's getting worse. And did you hear what they did here or there? Every once in a while, I get pinged by someone. And I say, Phil, did you hear this big thing about Machinima? I'd be like, no, because all I do, I sit here, I stream, I record, I upload. That's it. That's the extent of my relationship with them. They send me a paycheck, and that's it, okay? People are very upset with Machinima for various reasons. I've heard horror stories of people who had this relationship with Machinima. They couldn't get out of their Machinima contract or this or that. All this kind of stuff going on. I never had that relationship with Machinima ever. I never had this negativity. So for me, my experience for the vast majority of time that I was with Machinima was a very positive one, all right? Why the hell is Phil not with Machinima anymore? Did he get fired? Did he choose to leave? The bottom line is you can't fire me because I never worked for them, okay? They send me a paycheck, and that's it, okay? They send me a paycheck, and that's it, okay? I was never working for Machinima to begin with. I was in what was called a partnership agreement. It's an at-will agreement, meaning that both sides need to agree to want to have this relationship business-wise, and at any time it could have been severed by me or by them, okay? And it kind of was a mutual thing, which I'm going to explain in a moment. But because the bottom line is Machinima is one of the most tumultuous, chaotic, and quite honestly, just amalgamous companies that I've ever worked with in my life. I always felt that like Machinima had my back when worse came to worse, if something hit the fan, Machinima would usually talk to YouTube for me on my behalf, get the information, and relay it to me in a very matter-of-fact manner. And I appreciated that because I didn't have a direct line of contact to YouTube. YouTube literally had no way to contact them for issues at all. All they had was a forum and a fucking stupid, frequently asked questions area. They had no way for a content creator to contact them and say, I have an issue, I need help, and get an answer, which is terrible. You have an entire website based off of making money because other people are putting their content on your site, and if there's an issue, they can't get help. What a fucked up system YouTube is, right? But Machinima was always that go-to guys that had my back. From then on, the late 2013, all the way until I severed my partnership with Machinima just recently, I was under a managed partnership where I was protected from content ID and all that shit. I never had that issue. I had been out here, living here in Washington State for about a year. I started having tons of issues. I started getting DDoS attacks. I got swatted that year. I had the false copyright strikes against my account and all that shit. All this nasty shit happening to me, okay? Machinima, in a huge way, helped me that year, all right? They actually got in contact with me in regards to all the shit that was going on. And they said, we're going to personally help you. I got in contact with the head of the partnership program. It was another girl who was working for the company who was actually in contact with me in regards to, like I said, attending PAX. She also was the person who was getting me in contact with game publishers to get me free copies of games. If you actually remember, in 2015, I got free copies of a ton of games, including games like Rainbow Six Siege. I had an early copy of Fallout 4. I got a copy of the Uncharted collection. I got a copy of... I'm trying to remember. There was like maybe 10 games over the course of 2015 that Machinima actually hooked me up and put me in contact with those game companies and got me free copies of those games. In late 2015, Machinima contacted me and said, Phil, the party's over. And I said, what now? Now, here's the thing. Unlike 3 years prior, remember in late 2012, I told you they'd renegotiated my contract once for way less money, okay? And I accepted it at that time because that contract was great and I liked being with Machinima. They'd sent me to E3 and all of that. Well, in late 2015, I didn't get a phone call. I didn't get any kind of Skype call, nothing. I got a generic email from someone in the finance department of Machinima stating, Phil, we are canceling your current contract as of this date. Here's the new contract. You're no longer going to be in a contract that's based off of views. You're now going to be on the contract that almost everyone on YouTube is based off of, ad revenue. I said, this is ridiculous. This isn't how you treat someone who's been a partner and a top partner of yours for years. I should have gotten a call, at least explain the situation. And by the way, they were rushing me into it. They were only giving me like 30 days to sign this new, way less lucrative contract, or else they were going to give me the boot, okay? They send me a paycheck, and that's it, okay? And apparently Machinima had found out they were paying me more money than what the channel was making ad revenue-wise. So why on earth, again, their finance department didn't figure this out and stop it to begin with? I have no idea. It makes no logical sense that there's this major partnership company who apparently has terrible finance people who never alert anyone in the company of what's going on, and therefore they always pay people more than what they make. It makes no fucking logical sense. How could you stay in operation? You couldn't. You'd be bleeding money constantly. It makes no sense. A lot of people gave me shit. They said, Phil, didn't you hear the negative press that Machinima did this thing and Machinima did that thing? Why would you stay with Machinima in late 2015 when they have this negative stigma associated with them and a lot of big YouTubers have left them because of this? Why would you stay with them? And I simply put said, because they're offering me more money than everyone else. That's the bottom line. That's why I'm staying with them. And as of late 2015, I ended up making way less money than originally I was with Machinima because I had gone into this ad revenue-based contract, performance ads versus views, which is bullshit. Because as a content creator on YouTube, I shouldn't have to worry about, oh, YouTube did good this month and signed up all those good advertisers, so I should try to pump out more video views this month to get more ad revenue in this month. But this month, I know traditionally they don't get a lot of ads, so I should just not do as much this month. I should be focusing on giving you quality stuff you want to see all the time and not have to worry about that shit. But because YouTube does a horrible job with advertisements and acquiring advertisers and keeping them, as we've seen in the news recently, they lost 250 top advertisers because they fucking suck and they don't know what the fuck they're doing because they're inept at their jobs. But because YouTube can't do their fucking jobs, we're all in this position right now where a lot of YouTubers are now coming out and saying they can't even do YouTube for a living anymore. Okay? Early to mid 2016, I realized it's like that girl who was contacting me all the time about free games and stuff, I haven't heard from her in a long time. Within 2 days, I got a response back, not from her, from the automated log system that I hate, saying, she's no longer with the company. Please don't send her emails anymore. And it was probably an initiative in 2015. We got to do good work with our partners, and we got to help our partners out with copyright strikes and get them free games. And then all of a sudden, some manager, some upper CEO at Machinima said, oh, fuck that. I'm going to just completely destroy that program again and lay all the people off again. Fuck them. And that's what happened. So all my contacts at Machinima in 2016 were gone from the company, okay? Because at one point, how many times are you going to ask and you're not going to get a response from YouTube because they feel like they're so high and mighty and elitist and better than everyone that they could just change their whole fucking website and business without having any kind of disclosure to the people who make them fucking money by giving them their own content. It's so insane that this company operates the way that they do. They're such a company with their heads up their own asses. They're so elitist because they're all fucking Ivy League educated morons who have no street smarts. I said this a million times before. They think that they're so smart and better than everyone that their changes will always benefit everyone, when in reality they always fuck everyone over. Why I'm not with Machinima anymore, because you will not believe this story either. In February 2017, 2 months ago, October, November, December, that it went down slightly in January, which you always expect. And then in February, when typically ad revenue goes back up, it plummeted. It went half. So it was already down in January. Then it went down by 50% more in February, which meant with that amount of money being made, I couldn't pay my bills. All right. I wrote a log, had to write a log because there's no point of contact anymore with Machinima. They all got laid off, right? I wrote a log to their system. How can this be? Why does it say I'm making half as much revenue or whatever? Per the first response I got, okay, from their customer service department, the guy completely blew off my question, didn't answer. He basically said, oh, well, February is a shorter month. And based off of these ad revenue percentages and CPMs and all of this stuff, it looks like if it had been a month as long as a normal month, you would have made as much as you did in January, but it was a shorter month. I was like, are you an idiot? I waited 3 days, got no response. Now, in the meantime, I'm making no money. I'm making like next to no money at all during February. And I'm like, where's my answer? I need a fucking answer from these people. Nothing. So I finally pinged them again. Nothing. I pinged them again. They finally respond. Okay, well, we talked to YouTube, and YouTube says that, no, you're not flagged for being advertiser unfriendly. They didn't give us any more answers. We'll continue to ask, but, whatever. I'm like, dude, this is not a valid response. I need an answer from YouTube. So I went back to them again and I said, well, this is not acceptable. This is unsatisfactory. I need you to escalate this issue to management. I forwarded the whole same email that I've written to appeal to help to the head of the partnership program, explaining the whole situation. I sent it to this other guy, whatever. And that was all I could do, right? I hadn't been getting any regular responses. Because I had sent this off to this other guy, I get a response the next day, again from the automated log system, the same guy who's apparently an up-and-up guy at the customer support of Machinima. And he says, we've contacted YouTube. They still are looking into it. They still have no definitive answer on what's going on. We've determined you are not flagged as advertiser and friendly, so that's not it. But we're not, we don't have any answers yet. But then they said something that when they said this, that was pretty much it for me and Machinima. Here's what they said. They said, we would appreciate it if you don't go out of your way to write and contact other departments here within Machinima. To basically stay within the lines. Stay within where you're supposed to be talking to us for help on customer support in this log system. And don't you dare go outside and try to contact anyone else for help. All right. Literally what that is, that's passive aggressive. That's talking down to me. That's telling me, treating me like a child. Like, how dare you try to, do something that's not within these little guidelines and rules. And you went outside of the dotted lines, right? And I literally said, I feel like you've insulted me. And therefore, I'm going to be honest with you. I want you to escalate this issue to management. I don't care if it's your manager, if it's the CEO of the company, whoever it is, they need to be aware that this is an issue going on with YouTubers and people under your partnership program. And I want you to know that if you feel that this is how you're going to treat me as a partner, I don't want to be with you anymore. And I said that in black and white writing in this message to them. I don't want to be with you anymore. If you're going to mistreat me and talk down to me and not get me help and basically talk to me like a kid, I do not want to hear from you again. I want to hear from management who are going to explain to me the situation of what is going on, all right? And that's that. The next day, I got a message from Machinima saying, and it was from the same guy, so again, went against my wishes, we have decided to execute our right to end a partnership with you on all of your channels. I basically severed my ties with the company. What they were saying is they didn't want to be in an agreement with me anymore with the partnership, all right? I did nothing wrong, okay? For a week and a half, they give me the runaround and don't give me any answers whatsoever on what's going on, and they refuse to hold YouTube accountable and get answers from YouTube. I asked basically to be released if they were going to continue to disrespect me, and then they released me from my contracts. That's what happened word for word. Not one company has ever offered me what Machinima does for me with the contract that I have with them. Why would it be a no-brainer for me to leave Machinima, have content ID matches up the ass, make less money, and not have anyone to go back to bat for me? Imagine if I wasn't with Machinima right now. Guess what I'd be doing? Packing everything up. Look, pack this microphone up. YouTube's over. It's done. Party's over, everyone. YouTube party. Hashtag YouTube party is over. Would anyone want to be, who would want to be with a company who talks down to you? And when you tell them that you've been insulted, they just say, well, fuck you, and they throw you away like that, right? It's insane. All right, and now I'm going to tell everyone in the chat, I had enough of your bullshit tonight. I see everyone arguing with my girlfriend instead of talking about the game, and I've had enough. So we're going to put it in sub-only mode, and now none of you can fucking talk. Since you can't act your age or act mature, and you all want to argue with my girlfriend, now you can just have no chat. How about that? Ridiculous. That's one of the worst things you could possibly do. I never really went to Machinima, and I never asked them for free games. And the announcement is this. I've been working with Machinima, and I've actually been working with Bethesda behind the scenes to see if, for the first time ever, I could get a review copy of a game, and the answer is that I have actually achieved it. I was like the poster boy of success for Machinima. Fuck that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Now, of course, I did some research. After all this happened, I said, I've got to do some research. I got to figure out what really happened here. Machinima's management got shaken up, and basically they got taken over by the CEO. All right, I'm not going to give his name or nothing, but I did some research on this guy. Born with a silver spoon in his mouth, went to Ivy League schools his whole life. Parents paid his way, by the way. This guy is basically the antithesis of everything that I stand for. I'm a believer in hard work. I'm a believer in earning everything, earning your way. I was a person who was incredibly intelligent and was in line to possibly go to Ivy League schools, and I was told no, I couldn't go because I needed financial aid, and they didn't want me because they didn't want to give me the financial aid. If I'm white and smart, I can't go to Ivy League school unless I'm rich.
I can't believe this moron just said he can't go to Ivy League school because he's white.
Since I wasn't rich, I was denied. I applied to 2 Ivy League schools, and both of them literally said, you're declined because, financial aid issues. disarray and constant chaos that doesn't know. It literally is like, it's bipolar. It's a bipolar company. It's almost a schizophrenic company where there's multiple personalities within it. Well, I want to have us be, you know, strong for our partners. Well, I want to be a company that makes a series about Halo and fucking Mortal Kombat. Oh, well, I want to have our own YouTube shows that are popular. And they all argue with each other and override with each other, like different personalities bouncing around in a schizophrenic's head, and no one knows what the hell this company is supposed to be. So I only went to business school for 4 years, and I fucking know that. Apparently the CEO of Machinima doesn't. This Ivy League educated fucking bonehead who's rich off his ass, who's on the board of directors of a bunch of places, thinks that he knows how to run this company, yet all they've done is fucking fail since he became the CEO. They fired everyone. They, for some reason, oh no, we didn't make a ton of money. They just cut everyone out, and probably that guy who was the head of the partnership program for me, they got rid of him on a whim. Fuck him. Let's get someone new in here. And by the way, I actually found out the new head of the partnership program at Machinima. Guess who he is? He's a guy who's a fighting game community head. And literally, since he's become the head of their partnership program, you know what he does? He goes to fighting game tournaments and he promotes the tournaments. And that's pretty much it from what I've seen. Like, he's really heavily into competitive fighting games. The competitive fighting game community hates me because I speak out about their bullshit all the time. So if anything, right, during this whole issue going on with the ad revenue stuff at Machinima, and me making half as much money in February, if they even went to that guy, which they should have, he probably said, oh, I know that guy, fuck him. He talks shit about the fighting game community, he talks shit about Street Fighter V, we're not going to help him. You know, and it's ridiculous. I never did a thing wrong with Machinima. In there, I never violated a policy. I never did anything wrong with them, ever. So, it was mutual, honestly. I said, that's it. If you're not going to step up and help me, I don't want to be with you anymore. And they said, okay. And then they released me from my contracts. And that's what happened with Machinima, okay? So, it sucks. They literally hurt me by mistreating me and then cutting me like that the way that they did. Dozens of times in the past couple of years with issues like this, you're going to yell at me and talk down to me like a child? Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'm an adult. Sorry, I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. Me. I'm the one who puts out the content that's entertaining and has a fan base. Me. It's not just Machinima that's like this. Corporations do this all the time. Why do you think I was laid off from my job, you know, in 2010? I wanted to leave anyway. After I got disrespected, that was it, man. There's no way I was going to stay with them and put up with their bullshit. Especially because I wasn't getting answers or anything anyway from them. So what was the fucking point of staying with them at that point, right? That's what happened. That's the God's honest truth of what happened. Oh!
Oh my god.
Wow. The game sucks. Oh my god.
Alright, so that's enough of that. I mean, we saw one part. We don't need to watch any more of that. That thing is fun, some shit, okay?
Now let's do something completely different. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a huge throwback. A huge throwback. I think you're going to see immediately what it is.
Alright, as a lot of you have seen, or as a lot of you know, as I've said repeatedly in many of my videos, I do not accept random friend requests either on the PlayStation or Live simply because I don't want to fill my entire friends list with people I don't know. That would be pretty stupid. And
so some context before we begin. This is my very first ever friend request Ridicule. This video was filmed in February of 2009, February 5th, 2009. This is over 9 years ago. So what this is back in the day when I first started on YouTube, you know, my first gameplay video I uploaded in October 2008. So this was what, you think, October, November, December, January, February. So about 4 to 4.5 months into me being a YouTube content creator, people were getting my name, Darkside Phil, off of Xbox Live, and would just start sending me random fucking messages on Xbox Live, okay? So, let's see. I'm not even kidding you. I've never watched this video back. Not once. I don't even know what is contained in this video, so we're going to see. It's short. It's only like 3.5 minutes long. So I guess we're going to see what's contained in this video.
So I just want to give you an idea of what I pretty much come home to every day when I get home from work, because I think it's fucking hilarious. So this is going to be the first time I do this.
Your comments.
We are going to do DSPs.
Over 100,000
personal messages
views
for the day. I think we'll get a kick out of it. So let's take a look here.
John Shirley says, I miss how much of a trolly funny douchebag you were back then. I appreciate you doing this, and I miss your buzz cut.
Hobo Monkey 3. And he sends me a voice message. Let's see what he said.
Oh,
and
boy,
look, he
get
did
ready.
invite me to be his friend, going against what I've said on my page and in my videos. But let's see. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, please put me on your friend list or whatever. Please, I love your videos, and if you think I'm sick on my console, bye.
Ah, you're gonna finish his message and cut off.
Besides begging to be on my friends list? Well, hold on. Let me get rid of this. Let me give it some thought. Should I let him on? No, fuck you. Get off.
Here's a guy, Minus 834. I like your YouTube
Videos. Alright, well, I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you for sending me that private message. You know, look. He wants to be my friend, too. Oh, well, too bad. Because I told you I'm not accepting it, so fuck you.
Chunky Bug is actually... I was such an asshole.
You know, I watch this now and I laugh, but I mean, like, the thing is, when I started on YouTube, I didn't think it was anything serious. I thought it was just going to be a flash-in-the-pan silly thing. It would never amount to anything, right? I didn't take it seriously. So, when people would send me these friend requests, I specifically said on my YouTube channel, back when you used to be able to put information on your YouTube channels, it said right there on my main channel page, do not send me random friend requests. I will not accept them. So when people would send me one, I would make fun of them in the video. Now, today, I wouldn't do this. This is messed up. In my opinion, I watched this today. I'm like, wow, this is fucked up. But it's funny to watch back, right? I didn't take stuff seriously
on my
back
friends
then.
list, he's asking me if Afro Samurai last night was good. My answer is, I don't know yet. I haven't finished the game or gotten far enough to tell. Let's see. Here's Applejacks35, another guy who doesn't fucking listen. Let's see what he has to say.
The guy who doesn't
in his
listen.
Voice message.
Dude, Darkfield, I saw your videos on YouTube. They're great.
Is everyone that watches my videos a fucking 12-year-old?
Yes.
Back then it was.
Wait for your balls to drop before you send me a...
Alright, fuck you. You don't get it either. And now look at this. Wow.
intelligent person. He sent me a PM,
Wow.
but he didn't send a friend invite. Let's see what he has to say. Hey Phil, I love your vids, and I was hoping you would like to play Left 4 Dead versus with me sometimes. Message back. Well, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm not going to message you back, because if I do that, then I have to message everyone back. However, if you ever do catch me randomly online, or you do randomly end up on my team, and we have a good playthrough, I might actually add you. And just to show you guys, I'm not lying. Look, I have friends. I have 48 friends, but I know most of these people in real life. I don't want to add people that I don't know. So don't take offense if, you know, you send me a friend invite and I don't accept it or I delete it. I'm just trying to fucking keep my friends list open for people I know. There's plenty of people that I play with offline in the Street Fighter community that, you know, I can't just accept everyone. You understand, I've gotten hundreds of friend requests over the past couple of months, so please just kind of chill out. You know, feel free to enjoy my videos, feel free to chat it up on my YouTube channel, but please do not send me friend requests. This is only the first of many times I'm going to do this.
Alright. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. So that's one. I want to watch a couple more, because they basically got more brutal.
Alright,
They got more brutal the further on that they went. So here's another one. This one's from 5 days later. Let's watch this one.
Alright, I just had to make this video. Now, again, usually all I do is playthroughs and gameplay footage, but I had to step outside the box today because I got a quite interesting personal message here. So let's go into my messages.
Oh boy.
And the name of the person that sent it to me is AlleyCat414. And the first thing I see says, hey, your voice on YouTube.
Now, hold on. Not Ozymandias cheered. He says, nowadays I'm sure you wish that you had a loving fan base that actually wanted to be friends with you. Well, I mean, the thing is, I do. I have many people who are nice to me. The problem is there's also just as many negative jerks, you know, that just want to basically...
They just as soon, you know, shake my hand and shit down my neck, you know, so...
Really Atomic also cheered. He says, you were so savage back then, but it's hilarious.
Obviously, it probably says YouTube, so I said, alright, let's open it up and see what it says.
Okay.
Hey, your voice on YouTube sounds sexy. You want a pic of me naked? I am a hot blonde with double D. I am also 18, so I'm legal.
No. Oh no.
Yes, I'm very stupid enough to fall for this and try to get naked pictures of you because you're a hot blonde with double D's. Wow, that's pretty forward of you. You would think that you would want to talk first before you send me pictures of your naked tits.
Alright, how about this?
If you can show up at my door in the next week, then I'll have sex with you. How about that? Then I'll have sex with you. How about that?
Then I'll have sex with you. How about that? Then I'll have sex with you. How about that?
But yeah,
Oh
you
my
get
God.
door with an ID proving that you're over 18 and you better goddamn be hot. Because if you're not, I'm kicking you down my front fucking porch.
Someone, please don't send me these ridiculous DMs. I'll just keep humiliating these people who do.
She never showed up.
When I started on YouTube, frequently I would drink at night.
Cats like Jake the Shooter said, personal messages. That's right. I'm reading my personal messages. I was so drunk I couldn't even speak, right?
Madness. Oh, well, let's think about this. Fuck you.
Wait, what?
Why was I so mean? Hold on, I want to listen to that one again. We gotta listen to that one. Why was I such a dick? Listen.
Delete. It takes so long. All right.
Here we go.
Too much Dawson. YouTube needs fail long madness. Oh, well, let's think about this. Fuck you.
Why was I such an asshole?
Turn up my volume so we can hear the voice message.
Oh my god.
Probably the 50. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Play the voice.
Oh boy. Voice message.
What? Hold on.
I couldn't hear that.
You want to get 85 minutes for survival mode.
What?
Of course, he's talking about Left 4 Dead, and of course, he's an amazing fucking moron.
What?
I told you not to send me any friend requests.
What the hell?
So hold on, let's see. Did he send me? Oh, he sent me a friend request. Fuck you, you dumb shit. All right.
That's really. Oh my god.
Okay, JJ Parker. Who's this guy? Dude, your YouTube channel is pretty cool, but you cry like a bitch when you. Fuck you, you motherfucker. Get the fuck off.
That's great.
What the fuck is happening outside of my house right now? Hold on.
What the hell is that? You hear it?
What the fuck is happening outside? Like, deleting all these idiots who sent friend requests, but...
Is there fucking an African nation outside of the Alright, don't care.
Is there anything better than really drunk, agitated Phil from 9 years ago? I mean...
By the way, I should point this out. This is very important because it's 2018 versus 2009. I'm going to scroll down. 1,000 likes, 122 dislikes, okay? If I had made this video today, this would have been like 10,000 dislikes and like 100 likes. It would have been flipped. Because this is what I mean, like, back in the day, you could make this kind of content for YouTube, and people loved it. People ate it up. They were like, man, we understand that, you know, this guy's not racist. He's just being silly. He's drunk. You know, he's saying stupid shit. Today, oh my god, that would be the end of everything if you made a new video like this, or like that, you know what I mean? The thing is today, also, obviously I wouldn't do that. First of all, I would never drink and then make a video like this. Back then, I was trying to basically kind of be like the irreverent guy who would say whatever, but I actually call myself, an equal opportunity offender, okay, where I would say something about every race, every creed, you know, every kind of crazy over-the-top joke, right? But also I would make fun of myself. You know, I'm mostly Italian. I would make fun of Italian heritage, too. But that's the thing. Like, I would say that today. Oh, my God. That would be the end of everything, you know. But I'm just saying this up front. This was 9 years ago, and this is not the kind of person that I would do this stuff today. You know what I mean?
He's Mega Man the Blue Bomber. No, you're a retard.
Hey, apparently you don't know me, but you just got my friend request and stuff, delete it.
What the fuck?
I have 3 questions for you. Number 1, did you read my channel? Number 2, why do you want to be my friend? Number 3, have you ever been publicly humiliated? Because fuck you.
Anyway.
Oh, or just thank you. I watch your vids. He watches my vids. Okay.
Wow. I watch all
Good for
video.
you.
Oh my god.
So does fucking 40 million others. Alright, delete. Phil, I am so sorry for how many bitches send you a friend request. I am not going to ask you to just send me a message. Not a message, a message spelled wrong. So let me know you got this. P.S. I also only put friends I know onto my list for the same reason. Don't let it get to you. Dear Jam Like Dave, learn how to fucking type.
Hey Phil, I'd like to know your opinion on Blaze.
What the hell? I was vicious, man. That guy sent me a totally positive, nice message. I fucking tore him a new asshole. Dude, that's fucked up.
Okay, so we got our first voice message.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, oh no you don't. No you don't, you little 10-year-old. I'm not falling for that shit again. So everyone, get ready. Get your hands, just cover your ears, earmuffs, and get ready. Here we go.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
As you can see, the story of the Pig Roach is one of personal greed by a guy who refuses to step out of his comfort zones to improve. Unless if there's money on the line that he knows that he can pocket. He has also stated that soon he is going to be trying to pull off a 16-hour long marathon stream. But we all know how that will go. During that 16-hour stream, he will take multiple half-an-hour breaks. He will have a 2-hour long pre-stream. He will probably have mini pre-streams in between his breaks when he gets back to trying to play a game. It is not going to be exciting. People will probably complain quite a bit, and it's just going to be a sad event yet again. And today, we get to look forward to another run of Dark Souls, which nobody wants to see again. The fact that he is not playing newer games and just trying to rehash stuff that has made him money in the past is showing us that he is an extremely lazy individual. Majority of his chat right now does not want to see another Dark Souls playthrough. That is going to be one of the front-running games of this month. And if he decides to go ahead and put it on the back burner several times, he is going to complain about not understanding the controls the following time he returns to Dark Souls. Thank you for enjoying another episode of the Pig Roach Files. We put out the first episode of the Gentleman's Club podcast that I co-host with GTG yesterday. If you have some time, go ahead and check that out. It's rather lengthy 3-hour conversation. but I enjoyed it immensely, and I look forward to doing it again really soon. We also have some more live streaming coming your way, because I want to get back into that when I have a little more time on my hands. And please like, comment. I love those comments down there, guys. And subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And help the agency grow. We are just about at 130 subs right now. And I would like to reach 200 subs before the end of Season 2 of the Pig Roach Files. So, thanks for your support, guys. I appreciate it here. The other agents appreciate it. And we'll see you soon, Good Samaritans. And as always, be safe out there, guys.